When you're looking for the apartment on Zillow,
it's called DCPs. And the following video will show
and you feeling good about all the fancy amenities.
But what you don't know is that they never
When you
tell
need to
you
measure a
about the
room's noise
level
data,
in your
just
community.
open the app, place your phone near the bed, and you're all set. No further action needed. The app will automatically collect ambient noise data and use a large language model to analyze and identify the noise. After some time, you can view the analysis report for this room on the website.
Few moments later.
4 parts in the DCP's workflow, and the first part is data collection, the second is data upload and storage, and the second is language model monitoring and analysis, and the fourth is report output. And we will use the microphone and event sensor
it's too late
in the
to rip
microphone.
up your contract.
We developed a program that allows Android phones to automatically collect sound disabled data and light intensity data. When the noise is over 75 decibels, the microphone will automatically record a noise audio clip for later identification. And for the data uploading and storage, we use AWS EC2, S3, and ThinkSpot. Noise audio files will be stored in S3, while other data and the audio file download URL will be uploaded to the ThinkSpot database. In this demo video, we will show how our sensor automatically collects data, and we will also simulate noise for construction, traffic, and parties to reflect real-world scenarios for the model to identify later. And this is our scripts for the sensor, and this is how to we connect to the ThinkSpot, and this is how to connect to the AWS S3. And this function is about how to measure the decibels and save the audio and upload to S3 and get the location information, get ambience, light, and send it to ThinkSpot. And this is the main function about how to automatically collect the data. Well, you can see the first noise decibel is 49 and is under the 75 decibels threshold, so it will only upload the data to the ThinkSpot, but no noise audio uploaded to the S3. And now let's play some construction noise. And you can see the noise decibel is over 100, so it will upload the audio to the S3 and upload the data to ThinkSpot. And on the dashboard we can see that we began the recording at about 10 o'clock, and we keep no noise for about 5 minutes, and then we play the construction noise, so it's going up to about 90 and 100 decibels. And now we are playing some people talking noise. And as we can see that all the audio files are saved in the
AWS S3. We will use the SyncSport API to retrieve all our data. And then we will use the Qianwen2 large language model to identify the content of the noise. And finally, we will present the analysis report on the web platform.
About the final product that we built on the Streamlight by using Python. So as we all know, um, we have the vision to collect the noise level and the light level of data. So basically, our business model is to integrate the API and also to have a customized service for the apartment. And I'm going to talk about the demo product that we're building. So basically, we have all the information about the location and then the photo gallery view of the rooms. And then here you can see these are the data and the rating um, uh, aggregated by our algorithm. Previously, we have already talked about how we implement the model and how we connect to the database. So these are the data to connect to our database on AWS. And then we have the description or the property. And then before I talk about our AI assistant, I'm going to talk about the visualization that is connected to the AWS database. As you can see, the first visualization dashboard is the heat map of the noise level. We will collect the noise level for over past week, and we will aggregate each hour. We aggregate the average noise level for each hour. As you can see, the noise is mainly come from the afternoon. I think it's construction, and here the other visualization dashboard is the noise source. As you can see, for this location, it's pretty quiet, and and um, and I think that's why it yelled to a moderate rating. And then the next part I'm going to talk about is the noise level that we selected for 1 hour. And then the last part I'm going to talk about is the data coverage area on the map. The visions for our product is to collect as more as possible so that we can get a sense of the noise level in our community. As we can see, there are only 3 spots in this map since we only have since we have 3 member and we have only 3 place to collect the noise level and light level data. That's why we only have 3 spots. And then I'm going to talk about the last one that is a very special one that very special one and outstanding function for our demo product, which is the AI assistant. So we connected to the LLM based API keys so that we can type in anything you want to ask about the noise level or amenity question about the location, so that you can compare different dream house noise levels by using the chatbot, which is super cool.
So, to conclude what my colleague said, what we're trying to do is to transform rental decisions through noise transparency. And how we came to this conclusion is by looking around at the world around us. What we see is the rise of urbanization. There's a lot of people living in a very small amount of space, and that leads to a very noticeable growth of noise pollution. Me, for example, the place I live in, the traffic noise doesn't calm down until like 1 or 2 at night. It gets super annoying. And third thing is the rise of working from home. People have been getting more and more in demand of the quality of life, and all of that combines into the unmet need of having more noise transparency when you get a rental space, and there's a lack of credible data with it. So this is our thesis, and what we did is to make a general survey to 3 different demographic of people to see whether or not this is true. We asked them about the noise problem. Do they think it's a problem, and would they pay for it? Do they think light pollution is a problem, and would they pay for it? And would they like to see all these kind of information in their online platforms when they're looking for a new place? And interestingly, for people 40 and up, they don't really care about it. So that's not our demographic. What we care about is the 20 to 40 years old. And what they say is they do think it's a problem, but they would not really want to pay for this kind of solutions. Same goes as the light problem. They think light pollution is a problem, but they won't pay for it. And they would basically 100% would like to see this kind of information on platform's website, which they do not have right now. So we did further interviews with different people, and what we found out is 8 out of the 9 participants believe that noise pollution is a problem. All of them would like to have this information beforehand, before they sign the lease, because some of them are regretting it right now, and almost none of them will be willing to pay for such service. And this is a few clips of their interview when I asked them would they actually pay for the service.
And I think the quiet place makes more sense, but honestly, I would not pay money for it.
No. Maybe I will pay. It depends on
It's good, but if you're gonna want the customer, like user, to pay it, I probably will be indecisive because
no, I don't think so. But I don't think that I will pay for that.
I mean,
so what we found out is a normal B2C business model would not work because none of the home seekers would actually pay for the service. What we did is to transform the B2C model into a B2B model. We would like to work with the renting platforms such as Zillow, Apartments.com. We would provide the noise level information, and in return they will pay for the API fees. This would be very beneficial for them because and on the other hand, they will have this kind of information with the home seekers, and the home seekers would be more inclined to come to the platforms. So for home seekers, they will get the information, they will have a much better they will know beforehand whether or not this place is good for them. And for renting platforms, they will have more of a concrete base, client base and user base. And for us, all we have to do is provide this kind of information to the renting platforms. But is this really worth it? Like, is the market share there for us to be a sustainable business? So for people actively searching for apartments in the US, all of them uses online websites. And most of them use 3 or more ILS, Internet Listing Service, which means there are a lot of competitions out there, and that would, if any of this platform servers will use our service, that will give them a huge advantage to something that a lot of people really care about. 44 million housing units, 1.1 billion annual value generated. In short, we would help the platforms improve their market share. We will help them generate more values. So, well, our product, our IoT device, well, it doesn't need to be fancy. At $20 would be enough. What about the sensors? Well, sensors are already built in. The sound sensor is already in the IoT device. So is the light sensors. What the main cost would be the personnel cost to actually collect the data, and that would be our initial cost. As our operation cost, mainly we use the Amazon Web Service with the EC2 and S3, and we estimate about like $50 of service fee depending on the traffic each month, so that would total to 100. And in the future, we would like to market our company. That would be about another 50 as a operation cost. So in total, 400. Our company DCPs would be like about 470 cost. This puts us in the higher end of the competitive analysis, but that is only because we actually collect real life data with our IoT mobile IoT devices. So with the device, we'll have a much higher quality of data. In return, it's like higher cost. This is in comparison to How Loud, which is a one of the listing service, iOS. One of the iOS, they actually have this kind of information. We're using How Loud. How Loud is a company which models the Federation Highway Department. They use their data and have a model and have a guesstimate of how loud an area actually is. So if they don't actually have the real data, and this will have a problem of not accounting real life biases. But anyhow, either of these is much better than what we learn, is that most people just learn from their experience. They just do their own research, which is not very reliable at all. So all in all, the platform, when we work with our platforms, the platforms will have a much higher quality of data and also localized data. This will attract more clients, and by attracting more clients, they will have more user engagements, which means in return they will have more clients. And with that, we would achieve the improving the quality of life through noise transparency. Thank you. That is all.